Hey everyone, Nick from Nick's Crossing here, and welcome back to the train room for this unboxing, compare and contrast video for these new RMT cars. And guys, these are the most budget-friendly cars in the O-scale market as of right now. They're everywhere. They're popping up all over my local hobby shops. And I actually picked these up from the Strasburg shop this weekend while riding some trains up there and hanging out. And I wanted to do this video to compare the quality between RMT, Menards, Lionel, MTH, and also RMT itself. Right here, here's an older box car. So I thought this would be kind of a fun video to do. So here we go, everyone. All aboard. Alright, so before we get into this video, guys, I want to put out a disclaimer. So first off, I'm 100% aware other channels have done a similar video, but out of respect, I just wanted to mention that. I just wanted to do my own little video here to compare and contrast. But like I said, totally aware. I just want to compare some of the items in my collection to these beautiful new cars. So first off, I've owned many RMT cars in the past, and it seems like the quality keeps on going up and up, and the detail. The first car is actually right here. This is my Deep Rock tanker car. This is O scale. It's pretty cool. And most of it's plastic construction, but it is a nice car. Pretty robust. I'd probably throw this in the tote, not even knowing it. I'd like to weather this car very soon. And also, it has a center dome, which you can take the platform off and just create this old school looking tanker car. What else? The metal wheels are pretty nice. They're a little clanky. You do get that sound as it goes over certain parts of your track. You can sort of mask that by using a heavier oil or a little bit of grease in the wheel bearings. The trucks are 100% metal, so even the faceplate here that's cast is metal, where the bunks are and all that springs would be. It's fully cast metal, so some guys might complain about that. There's no springs, but for the price of this car was like 28 bucks at the time. They did raise their prices because of everything in the world going on. But yeah, it's a solid car. I used to run this all the time, and it's in the weathering booth to get weathered very soon to kind of bring out some more detail of this car. But if you wanted like 100 of these, the cool thing is that RMT does a different car number on each car. So I don't think there's any two cars out there with the same stock number or whatever. So the car number on this is DRX6580. Should be up here. That number would change on the next car being made. So it might be DRX6581, just for an example, or 79. So every RMT car they make, they change the number, which I thought was really cool. One thing I forgot to mention about RMT cars is that a lot of hobby shops and railroads will do custom runs through RMT. They do require a very high quantity from what I've heard, but you'll see like Strasburg tanker cars, Strasburg ore hoppers. I have both of those. I've got a Choo Choo Barn ore hopper that just came in. And also Choo Choo Barn is doing a tanker car too that are also available at the Strasburg train shop. I'll show you guys the ore hopper later in this video. But in this box here, guys, is a really cool looking pink box car. So let's get this thing open. All right, so the packaging is a clamshell. Just very basic plastic clamshell. Now with Menards, this is giving me Menards vibes right now. You get the clamshell without the box. So this is how like a Menards car will come in. But we're going to lift this up. So the shell is taped, so there's no chance like if this seal is broken, it's already been opened. Oh, that looks nice. So, wow. Okay. So first off, toss that. Here is the newer style reefer. Now, a couple things, guys. We'll get her on the track just a second. Just looking at this, it's beautiful. We have Belmont Ale on the roof. This looks really cool. The roof hatches do not open. That is one thing you'll see when we get to our higher price cars. But I've noticed in the past that these roof hatches tend to get in the way and break off or any other details. So it's not a huge deal that the roof hatches do not open. Still pretty cool. Now, one thing about these trucks I really like, they've got like the steel pattern in the truck. I always thought that was just super cool. But they feature that on these cars, and also lots of separately applied details. We have a brake Brake glad hand sitting down there. Brake hose with glad hand. It's kind of hard to see. It's on this side. There it is, kind of hanging down. We have activated couplers. Just pull that down. Should throw the coupler and make sure these are good. There have been lots of complaints about their couplers in trucks, but they fixed them recently. There you go. Just that simple. So pretty solid looking car. We have some brake detail underneath. All plastic. This is pretty cool. We have a brake wheel up top. Separately applied. It's metal. It's kind of hard to see. There it is. All the way at the bottom here. So just a solid looking car. I like the graphics on there. It's just wild. The doors open. So this is one big difference with these cars. The doors actually have a little lever you pull. Then the door will open. And there you go. There's the inside of your car. That is just really, really cool. The graphics on here are absolutely amazing. We'll get this on track in just a second. But yeah, the hinges for the door actually work, which is really nice. And then one door has to close first, kind of locks in, and then this one closes. Then this little arm gets thrown across to lock it all in. Good to go. We have little ladders and grab iron steps placed in there. So solid, very solid car. And I want to find out how it rolls in just a second. We're going to open up the other two cars and compare them to the older RMT car, and I'll show you guys some other budget options that are out there. All right, so here are the three brewing cars, the beer cars on our track. And guys, these run and sound like butter. Oh yeah. These run really nice. And really quick, guys, while they're on the track, you can see a lot of the wood slat detail in there, all the extra applied parts. Got this step right here, all the doors. You can see all the door parts. These doors actually open, so maybe you can tell Lionel that on some of their newer cars. So these are great looking cars. You can see the little glad hands, brake hoses hanging down right in the gauge of the track. But just the graphics on these are really nice. I love this pink car. Something about pink just looks cool. Also, it's got a PRR fancy keystone right there. Gotta love that too. But yeah, guys, definitely worth the $35 a piece. Now, these are brand new RMT cars from either 2024 or 2025. Now, here is an older RMT car that I bought at York last spring show. A little bit different. A little bit different car. A little bit different style trucks. This truck actually has, or this truck design actually has real springs. They're just not functioning, but it does roll nice. A little bit louder of a car. They do have operating couplers. The doors do open, but it's not as nice as the newer Reefer styles because these doors do not have that latch here that actually open. It's just the door all at once pops out. So if I can even get the door to open. So already you can see that the quality has gone up a little bit. But yeah, the door is still open. There are still like ladders on the sides. They do have some separately applied grab irons here or steps. But yep, these doors open, but this bar right here on the newer ones actually unlatches. So I'll show you guys that. These actually unlatch. You can pull that to get the doors off. So a little bit more detail goes a long way. But they did a really good job with these beer cars. I might end up putting some loads in these cars in case you want to do a scene with like the doors opened up. But right now, really just want to run these cars. So then there you go. There's the new car right here. See all the new details and such compared to the older style car right here. Still a good looking car. Lots of nice details, but just not as detailed. This is also a woodside steel back car. So a little bit older car. So maybe like 1930s or so when they started to do that. So I think that's kind of cool. You can do like a transition era car right here. These doors just opened up on me. So here we go. Get back in there. So good to go. Alrighty guys, so next on the track we have a Menards PRR car. These came out about 5 years ago or so, and the detail is a little bit different. As you can see, you still have a decent looking car. I don't think this car is scale. It does have the wobbles right there. It's a good looking car, but the trucks are not as nice. You can see it's kind of getting caught up on something. It's not as nice rolling compared to these RMTs. It just blows it out of the water. Also on the bottom, these RMTs have all this brake detail and such. The only thing on these cars that you get are just like this little cylinder that hangs down with a giant rivet through the center of it. So I thought that was interesting. And the other weird thing is that they do not paint their car numbers. It's like it's a decal that's put over top. So you can kind of get this weird like sheen over top the decal. So not a huge fan of that. Rather than RMT utilizing a little bit different style decal. It's a little bit flatter. It's still the same type of decal stamp for the car number, but it is a little bit better masked compared to this Menards car right here. And this one also has the mad wobbles right there. I think these cars at the time were like 35 bucks a piece. So at the time, these cars cost more than these RMT cars. Alrighty guys, so now on the track we have a new-ish MTH reefer car, and this car is beautiful as well. Lots of great details. But if you put these in line with each other, you wouldn't know the difference. I mean, look at this. So honestly, I'm very impressed with these cars for sure. But one thing that these MTH reefers do that the RMT cars do not is that the roof hatch is open. So there's this little lever you pull back, very fragile. Then the roof hatch, all four should open. I don't think these have ever been opened before. There it goes. So your roof hatch will open. And a lot of the times, guys, these just get in the way. Kind of like once you pop the the seal on these, they're going to fly open now. Then that latch just goes over top. Still very cool. If you want to do like a very detailed scene of someone putting ice in there or loading something in, that'd be really cool. But for right now, guys, I just like running my stuff. It's still a great looking car. You can see the trucks are sprung. So you can see that the truck has some suspension. This car does not have the wobbles. There you go, look. It's like once it starts, it's like immediately stops. Compared to these guys over here, you get a little bit of the wobbles. Just a little bit. Not so bad on this car up here, but this one, yeah, you get the wobbles. But this one is a very sturdy car, but they look very similar. If you look at the roof, you know, extremely similar. We also have the brake wheel up top. These are fragile. RMTs are a little bit sturdier, but I found that these MTH ones do break off very easily. You have to be very careful, like stacking your cars for storage. We have a little ladder down here with a grab iron. These grab irons are a little bit further out, so you get a little bit more depth on the car. These doors do open the exact same way, so you pull this latch back and just pull the door, and there you go. So very nice car. And whoops, put the other latch on first. Make sure this is out of the way. But yeah, that's what you're getting with MTH. This car right here, I got it for a really good deal. It was used, but brand new. I think they're right around $70 a piece, 65 to 70. This car came out a little bit ago, so it's not too old, not the newest, but still a beautiful car. Got some great graphics on there, but also has the date built, which is cool, 224. So this car is 101 years old. Looks pretty good to me. But yeah, guys, so and it rolls as expected as a premier car. But yeah, these will all look great in the same train together. Alright guys, last but not least, we have an example of a Lionel car that is comparable to these RMT cars. And this is a Hood's Milk car. Got this up at Amherst. Absolutely love these reefers that Lionel did. So much detail. And these cars new, God, I think they're close to $100 a piece. But you're definitely getting a nice car for what they are. The door's open. Very similar latch system. I haven't opened this door yet on this car. Oh man, same thing. Got the little latch that undoes the other door, and there you go. It's just very fragile. Now these cars do feature that interior goodness of taking the roof off, and you do get the milk. I don't know what you call those tanks in there, flasks. But there you go. Got 2 milk containers in there. Store all that milk, and then the roof just kind of pops on. Now, same thing with the other car. Once you pop these roofs off, they're always a little finicky. Like this one back here is like sticking up now, so you kind of have to be careful about that. I know a lot of guys will glue these roofs on unless they're doing some type of just showing people what's in there type of thing. But yeah, these are beautiful cars. I love the graphics. The trucks on here are far superior to anything we've reviewed so far. They've got the sprung bunk trucks. They got the old square style journals and everything. Looks nice. On the rear of the car, we have the old school like bumpers here. I guess it's for like cushioning. These are actually sprung. This little bumper back here. The couplers are very nice. Little step down. Beautiful roof detail. Some separately applied parts. And then on the bottom, we do get all the brake detail. I forgot to show that about the MTH one. It's very similar to this. Looks great. And then, oh, the back. You're probably asking, where's the brake wheel? Well, there's your brake arm right there. And there's an actual chain, like a real life chain right there. Thought that was a really nice detail. I have several of these cars. I've got another Hood's car. Here's the other Hood's car that actually came with the other car. So still, you have 2 really nice cars. These roll pretty nice. They're very stocky in the way they roll, but they're still really nice cars. You could probably fix that with some oil, a little bit of lubrication. Whoops. And there you go. So still, really nice set of cars. But like I said, these cars, I know retail were like around $100 a piece. So for the price of one of these, you could get, let's just call it 3.5 of these RMT cars, which is pretty cool. Alrighty, so what do you guys think of these beautiful RMT cars? I think they're pretty sweet. I'm planning on buying more of these to get like a whole train of like RMT Reefers. For $35, I mean, you can't beat it. They're just gorgeous cars. The hardware on them has improved. I was told that by the guys at the Strasburg Train Shop. They actually had an issue with their trucks at one point. I don't know if it was the coupler assembly or the trucks, but they said that they returned them. They brought them back. This is the newer truck style that they're using. These look and sound great. They're not like clunky or anything. So I think the best thing to do right now is to actually run these RMT cars, mixed in with some other stuff like some Lionel stuff. And also, I'm going to run my Camelback, my PRR Camelback that's been upgraded with Proto 3, just to make it cool. Get some outlawed trains and some outlawed cars. Anyways, guys, here we go. All aboard. Alrighty guys, so that's going to do it for this video featuring my RMT Reefers, and those cars look great thrown in with my other cars from different companies and such. Found my K-Line Bananas car, so if you guys saw that in there, that's one of your guys' favorites on the channel. Such a cool car, it's full of bananas. And as promised guys, here is the new Choo Choo Barn ore hopper from RMT. Beautiful paintwork on there. Each car has a different car number, so you can buy as many as you like. They'll never be the same. Then also, Strasbourg is featuring this ore car right here. Also sold at the Strasbourg train store. And as an honorable mention, the Choo Choo Barn actually just got in their single dome tanker cars that are yellow Choo Choo Barn. So go over there, check them out, call ahead, make sure they don't run out. He had a couple hundred of them ordered, but these cars, guys, are extremely popular. They're going fast. But yeah, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Like I said before, I know a lot of guys on YouTube have reviewed these cars, but I just wanted to do my spin on things to compare them with my collection. And these RMT cars are a definite buy. They're great. Had no problems. They're very quiet cars. But anyways, guys, if you're new to the channel, always consider subscribing. Leaving a thumbs up really helps. Love reading the comments below. Until next time, everyone, happy railroading. We'll see you next time. See you guys.